is our newest addition to the garage, is a 60s or 70s vintage go-kart.
Now I don't actually know what we got because I didn't order the parts, so we're gonna reveal them. So this, we have our tube to replace both of the rear tires because it did not come with air. Another tube because it also didn't come with air. This I actually don't know what I got, so we're gonna get our knife. It is a rim. So one of the rims was actually kind of frozen on there. I don't know how that wording works, but in the process of getting it off, we actually broke the rim. So we got a new one. This one might be the throttle cable. I don't know. It's heavy. Alright, okay, so we got our throttle cable, some fun packaging. 2 throttle, brake and throttle cable. And this one, oh, clutch. This is our 10-tooth 3/4 shaft. That is going to go on our, which leads us to our next buy. Our Predator 212. Now we're gonna open our precious package. Look at that. That is nice. All nice and shiny. Now, if you go to any of our other engines, they're not clean. That. That is retired. Wow. Doesn't that make you want to build a go-kart? Nope, we're good. So we got a brand new chain. As you can tell, it is dark. It's been about an hour now. We finally got everything together. So we got the chain, got the clutch on. Now we're gonna size up our chain. Got the engine mounted. Now we gotta cut a little spacer for this so it doesn't move back and forth. And then on the brakes and throttle. Perfectly lines up. Oh yeah, have this clip facing away from the clutch. This master link, the clip, have that facing like this, so that when the engine turns, when you hit something, it doesn't take the clip off like a stick or a rock something would knock the clip off. Now our throttle. This is also fun. It's pretty simple. Oh, we gotta take that. Can't. It's gonna avoid warranty, but we're gonna do it anyways. Wow, I'm terrible at this. Put that in there, and then there's a little hole with a Phillips head, and you slide it in there like so. I gotta loosen it. And then have your throttle cable run out into your pedal, and that's how you tighten and put on your go-kart throttle cable.
If you're looking to save money on a couple go-kart parts, pedals could be one of them, just because of how simple they are. So for this one, we're going to use some probably 10-inch long nails. We're going to bend them and see what we can make them into.
So this is going to be the first test drive of the Restoration Go-Kart. We got everything together, and my guess is if anything goes wrong, either this little brake stopper is going to come loose or the chain will fall off. I'm pretty confident in everything else. That's loud. We got Gary on the go-kart now. Gary, what do you got?
Not bad.
Other than the steering wheel, I mean, that's just a slop. But they can put something to fix that.
Half decent.
I mean, the yard is now torn up from him driving.
So after a thorough testing session with this go-kart, it did a lot better than I thought it would. Now we're going to take it apart and paint it, go through it, and make it look good. Now that the painting prep phase is over, we got everything, like the steering wheel. We don't want paint on it, so we just put a bag on it. Everything else is getting a nice coat of paint. Let's get to it.
Oh my gosh, the floor is toast.
Our original plan with this one was to buy it and see how much money we could make flipping it. But after we added up all the receipts, we were kind of over budget on this one to make any money. So this one would be an excellent example of one you would keep, build it to your liking, and enjoy it for a while. Because this thing is actually kind of fun, even though it doesn't go super fast. But it gets up to speed really quick, and it does pretty well. And that is why we bought this one. This is a
Manco Dingo.
And this one came fully furnished with a Honda engine. We ended up picking it up for 150 bucks. When we took her in, she was in pretty rough shape. The brakes didn't work. We ended up fixing that with a Go Power Sports manual brake caliper. They're a little tricky to set up, but once you get them just right, they work phenomenally for the price, that is. The other main thing we did was front tires. When we got this, it had lawnmower tires on it and just had bolts on the outside that would tighten when you drove forward on one of the sides. Because there weren't bearings in it, These new wheels up front are just so much better. They grip up because all the weight in this guy is in the back. And so you need everything you can get to make it turn. We also made a seat for it. Another big improvement. The other one just was flopping around. This one's actually got some padding to it. But it just looks a lot better now. This one should turn a pretty good profit because we bought it for so cheap and it had pretty much everything on it that it needed, and pretty much painted it, cleaned it up, and it looks pretty good. So all in on this guy, we got 150 into the initial purchase, about 30 or 40 bucks in the brake caliper, and everything else like the seat, the tires we already had. So it's pretty much just straight profit after 200 bucks. We could probably sell this for around $450 to $500. So that's almost doubling, and you get to the fun of driving it while you're fixing it.